Whole Foods Market is a chain of natural food supermarkets that started in 1980. Thank you for your suggestion. Whole Food Markets began in Austin, Texas when two separate stores and four local business people wanted to take the little-known natural foods industry and make it into the supermarket format. John Mackey decided he wanted to take on corporate America, specifically targeting the tycoons controlling the food industry. In 1978, 25-year-old college dropout John Mackey and 21-year-old Renee Lawson borrowed $45,000 from family and friends to open the doors of a small natural food store called Safer Way, a non-profit healthy food co-op called Safer Way, a not-so-subtle jab at Kroger's Safeway grocery chain in Austin, Texas. When the couple got booted out of their apartment for storing food products there, they decided to simply live at the store. Since it was zoned commercial, there was no shower stall. Instead, they bathed in the dishwasher, which had an attached water hose. In 1980, Mackey decided to approach his top rivals to gauge their interest in collaborating. He met with Craig Weller and Mark Skiles, owners of Safer Way's competitor, Clarksville's Natural Grocers. They decided to partner with Craig Weller and Mark Skiles to merge Safer Way with their Clarksville Natural Grocery, resulting in the opening of the original Whole Foods Market on September 20th, 1980. At 10,500 square feet, located at the 900 block of North Lamar, the store was quite large in comparison to the standard health food stores of the time. They merged their stores under one roof and chose a new name, Whole Foods Market. The natural foods movement was born. The company attracted an eclectic and colorful workforce, and a typical ensemble of artists, veterans, musicians, scientists, graduate students, and college dropouts who collectively made the company the most compelling retail success story of the late 20th and early 21st century. At the time, there were less than half a dozen natural food supermarkets in the U.S. Less than a year later, on Memorial Day in 1981, the worst flood in 70 years devastated the city of Austin. Caught in the floodwaters, the store's inventory was wiped out and most of the equipment was damaged, resulting in losses of over $400,000. And the Whole Foods Market faced another problem: no insurance. Customers and neighbors voluntarily joined the staff to repair and clean up the damage. Creditors, vendors, and investors all provided breathing room for the company to get back on its feet, and it reopened 28 days after the flood. The mid-1980s saw the beginning of the company's unprecedented expansion from a single store to over 100 by the end of the century. Whole Foods Market began its expansion out of Austin in 1984. First to Houston and Dallas, then into New Orleans with the purchase of Whole Food Company in 1988. They became the largest outside customer of Texas Health Distributors, the wholesale division of Whole Foods Market. In May of 1988, their former Esplanade store became the 6th Whole Food Market. In 1989, the company expanded to the West Coast with a store in Palo Alto, California. While continuing to open new stores from the ground up, they fueled their rapid growth by acquiring other natural foods chains throughout the 1990s. Wellsprings Grocery joined Whole Foods Market in November of 1991. The company made its initial public offering on January 23, 1992. Whole Foods Market acquired Mrs. Gooch's in 1993 In 1996, Whole Foods acquired Fresh Fields, who had 22 stores open in 4 different market areas: Washington, Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Chicago. The merger of Florida's Bread of Life stores in 1997 prompted the creation of the Florida region. On September 11, 1997, Amryan merged with Whole Foods Market, and in October of 1999, they merged with WholeFoods.com to form a new subsidiary, WholePeople.com. After the merger of WholePeople.com and Guyam Inc., Amryan was renamed Nature Smart and operated as a separate subsidiary until May 10th of 2001, when Whole Foods Market sold all of its interest in Nature Smart to NBTY Inc. In December of 1997, Whole Foods Market expanded into the greater Detroit area with the acquisition of the Merchant of Vino, who operated 6 stores. That same month, they merged with their longtime supplier of specialty and organic coffees, teas, and brewing equipment, Allegro Coffee. Development of their virtual store began in the summer of 1998. The site went live in March of 1999 as WholeFoods.com. In October of 1999, WholeFoods.com merged with Amryan to form a new e-commerce subsidiary, WholePeople.com. The new WholePeople.com e-commerce site was launched in March of 2000. The company's 100th store was opened in Torrance, California in 1999. On June 20, 2000, WholePeople.com and Guyam Inc. merged their respective internet properties into a newly formed company named Guyam.com. The WholePeople.com website was replaced by the Guyam.com website. In 1999, Nature's Heartland, who had stores in Massachusetts, joined Whole Foods Market. The company would expand into Northern California region with the acquisition of Food for Thought, who had stores in Sebastopol, Santa Rosa, and Petaluma in February of 2000. In 2001, Whole Foods moved into Manhattan, generating a good deal of interest from the media and financial industries. In 2002, it saw expansion into Canada. The company would acquire the 3 Harry's Farmers Markets perishable megastores, a distribution center, and a commissary kitchen, bakehouse, and 2 office facilities located in Georgia in October of 2001. These stores joined 2 Atlanta Whole Foods Market stores in Briarcliff and Sandy Springs and continue to operate under the HFM banner. The addition of Harry's Farmers Market to the Whole Foods Market family was one of its key components of Whole Foods Market's growing presence in the South. In 2002, the company continued its expansion in North America and opened its first store in Toronto, Ontario. Further continuing its expansion, Select Fish of Seattle was acquired in 2003. Their presence would expand internationally in the United Kingdom with the purchase of Fresh and Wild stores, 7 stores altogether, with a central kitchen and warehouse, joining the Whole Foods Market in January of 2004. It had been reported that Whole Foods had cleared $188 million in profits in the last 2 years. In 2005, Whole Foods opened its 80,000 square foot flagship store in downtown Austin. The company's headquarters moved into offices above the store. The company would also add Wild Oats, which operated 109 stores in 23 states and British Columbia, Canada, Capers Community Markets. At the time, it merged with Whole Foods in 2007. Of those, the 35 Henry's Farmers Markets and Sun Harvest stores were sold to a subsidiary of Los Angeles grocer Smart & Final for $166 million in 2007. They would open its first store in Hawaii in 2008, and it also opened a Southeast distribution center in Georgia, calling it the first green distribution center for the company. In 2014, they would purchase 7 Dominick's Finer Foods locations in Chicago, but its steady growth would be hampered by 2017. In February, Whole Foods closed 9 stores and lowered its financial projections for the year as the natural foods company struggled with increased competition and slowing sales growth. In late April of 2017, Whole Foods reported their sixth consecutive quarter of declining sales and announced that the company would be closing 9 stores, 2 each in Colorado and California, and 1 in each in Georgia, Arizona, Utah, New Mexico, and Illinois. The loss of the revenue was attributed to foot traffic being down and other supermarkets offering a similar experience for a lower cost. In June of 2017, Amazon announced it would acquire Whole Foods Market, adding some 400 physical stores to Amazon's e-commerce assets. The purchase was valued at $13.7 billion and caused Whole Foods' stock price to soar after the announcement was made. The next year, in 2018, Whole Foods announced its possible intention to take over some vacant Sears and Kmart stores and refurbish them after Sears Holdings Corporation, which owned both chains, filed for bankruptcy in October. In April of 2022, Whole Foods in Austin, Texas began allowing consumers to make purchases by scanning their palms. In September of 2022, John Mackey stepped down from his position as Chief Executive Officer of the company, one he held since its inception in 1980. In March of 2024, Whole Foods announced that they would close their Fulham and Richmond stores in the United Kingdom, as well as their distribution center in Dartford. In January of 2025, workers at the Whole Foods Market in Philadelphia voted to become the first unionized store in the grocery chain. Today, the company's stores average 28,000 square feet in size and feature foods that are free from artificial preservatives, colors, flavors, and sweeteners. They also offer many organically grown products. Many locations include in-store cafes and juice bars. Whole Foods has also developed a growing line of private label products such as organic pasta, freshly roasted nut butters, oak-aged wine vinegars, and aromatic teas. Today, there are more than 522 Whole Foods Market stores in the U.S. as of January 2025. They can be found in 45 states and territories. The state and territory with the most number of Whole Foods Market locations in the U.S. is California, with 95 stores. Thank you for watching. If you like this content, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Thanks.